I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about our class rules. Very simple. First word I'm going to use for you this is etiquette. Etiquette is a fancy word for manners. And we have to have good manners in all sorts of layers of society in order to have things happen. And in my classroom, we want to have these rules in order to promote a safe, low-stress, high-fun learning environment. It's what we all want. We want to have fun, but we have to be safe, and we want it to be low-stress for both you and for me. So this is what we want to do. We need to have some etiquette, some manners at which we all expect to live. So let's look at our rules, or the first step of the etiquette. Okay? Rule number 1, we're going to follow all directions quickly. Okay? That means when we're moving to different activities, you're going to follow the directions and get there quickly. It's when we're working in lab stations. We want to be working quickly, moving to the next thing that we have to do in a reasonable manner. And when we're learning together as a class, there's going to be times we're going to be doing group work all together. We have to be right with each other. We have to be in sync. So you need to be working quickly and following the directions. And we're even going to be given opportunities to file our papers so that we don't have to carry them around a notebook all the time. We're going to file our work and put back our journals or other things that we have, our workbooks. And I'm going to give you time to go file them. That needs to be done quickly. We're going to follow all directions in the classroom quickly, and that's rule number 1 for our etiquette in the classroom. And rule number 2, we're going to raise our hand in order to speak in class. With more than 30 students in the class, it's very, very important that we have some sort of order here. And so that's the first thing. We don't want any shouting out the answers. Now that's sometimes allowed if that's part of the directions that you might shout out answers, but most of the time we're going to raise our hand in order to be given permission to speak. Rule number 3 is in the same way. We're going to raise our hand in order to get up and walk around the room. So you raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. It's not the time to walk around the room when I'm giving group instructions. If I'm talking to the whole group, you don't want to get up, even if you need to sharpen your pencil, even if you need to throw away the tissue. You can wait until the group teaching time is over. And then you'll raise your hand and get some permission. It's a nod, or it's a yes, you can go do that. But you're going to always do that with raising your hand first. That's just going to keep our classroom working very well. You would get up and walk around while the pastor's preaching. That just wouldn't be good etiquette to do. You would instead wait for the quiet times when you might be able to walk, get out and leave the sanctuary. We're just going to use good etiquette in the classroom too. All right, rule number 4 is to make wise choices. We're going to think before you act. We all have to do that. We have to think before we act. We're going to respect your neighbor. You're also going to respect your neighbor's things, so that, I need a piece of paper. You're not going to steal it from your friend. You're going to ask. You're going to always be respectful. You're going to employ good time management. That's real important as we're working in groups and as we're doing all sorts of activities. You need to manage your time wisely. And you need, of course, to be kind. That's a very, very wise choice to make in all of life. Always being kind is a positive thing. Rule number 5, keep your dear sweet teacher happy. There are several things in order to do that. We want you to be on time to class. That means you're in your seat, you have your things out and ready to go when class starts. It's not the time when I've begun teaching for you to get up and sharpen your pencil, of course. So you want to be prepared. You want to be on time to class. You want to be prepared for class. That means have your paper, have your pencils, have your journal, have your workbook, have your homework. Be prepared for class. Don't make me... it would not make me happy to have to send you out to go get your things from the locker. All right, you want to be quiet when it's appropriate. It is often appropriate when I'm speaking to the whole class or when we listen to a video that you're quiet so everybody can hear. There are times when it's appropriate to be loud, so I want you to be engaged when you're expected. When I'm saying, everybody answer this question loudly, together. I might have times when you get to shout out some things. It's when it's expected, when it's appropriate, I would like you to be engaged and even loud at times. To keep your dear teacher happy, another thing would be to do your own work. And then help others learn. There is something that we don't want you to say, here, copy my work, but you can say, here, let's look on this page together. This is where I found the answer. That's an appropriate way to keep your dear teacher happy. And Now, one of the things we're going to do in our class review is going to use a call to attention. And there are some reasons for this, but let me explain first what it is. I'm going to call class. That's like a magic word. I say the word class, and you answer with the word yes. You answer all together. You answer loudly. You answer in the manner in which I said class. So if I say class like this, class, class, you answer yes, yes. If I scream, class, you scream yes, because you're going to do that in the manner in which I do it. Now, why do we have this call to attention? It's so that you can get directions. Many times in a lab activity, I realize I left off a direction, or you've not followed direction or did not understand a direction correctly, and I need to give you some more. So I'm going to call the class to attention. I need everybody's eyes to be turned, and so that's what happens when I call class. You answer yes, and you turn and look, expecting some directions. This will help wake up your brain. Sometimes I can tell, even if I'm giving some kind of a video or a lecture and I see everybody's about to fall asleep, I can get you to speak up loudly and wake up your brain. Here's a very important reason why we have to call it to attention, so I will not have to yell. No one likes yelling. I don't like yelling. You don't like yelling. So in this way, I can call the class, and because all of you are speaking out at once, it wakes up everybody, lets everybody know to pay attention, so I don't have to yell. All right, so all of this is done with this call to attention where I say class and you say yes, is done so we can have, again, a safe, low stress, high fun learning environment in our classroom. So we're going to try it. You want to try it? I'm going to say class. You're going to say yes. So everybody ready? Class.